Hello, so today I want to tell about Zimbardo experiment so firstly what surprised me, like it was really surprising to see how quickly the participants accepted their roles and began to behave accordingly. The guards quickly adopted brutal control methods and began to push the prisoners and apply psychological pressure. So the prisoners in turn adopted a passive role and began to show signs of stress and depression. So this shows how much social roles and expectation can influence our behavior, even they're artificially imposed. And about research ethics, like the experiment raises many questions in terms of ethics. Like in my opinion, it was clearly unethical because participants were subjected to serious psychological harm, and ethical standards in psychology requires that participant can end an experiment at any time if they feel uncomfortable, but in the case they had no realistic opportunity to withdraw without harm. And if I were like in the role of a prisoner, I would probably be a very difficult experience for me, like in constant feeling of helplessness and pressure from the guard would have seriously undermined my psychological well-being, and I would have felt stressed due to the isolation and lack of the control over the situation, which could have had long-term effects on my mental health. And like if I were a security guard, so on the other hand, as a security guard, I would face a moral dilemma. On the one hand, the pressure and expectation of the organizers of the experiment might push me towards strict and brutal control methods. So, on the other hand, my personal beliefs about human rights and justice could have conflicted with these actions. So, this complex situation shows like how difficult it's sometimes to maintain moral principles in the face of pressures and expectations. So, comparisons of Milgram's experiments, like Milgram experiments also examine the influence of the authority on people behavior, showing that many people are willing to hurt others even authority figure demands it. So both experiments demonstrate like how much we can change under the influence of external condition, and however the Stanford experiment shows like even more profound and severe changes of the behavior in psyche of the participant, making it more ethically problematic. And what could have been done definitely. So Zimbardo could have established a stricter ethical framework, including clear rules of behavior of the guards and better psychological monitoring of the participant condition. So it would have been important to ensure that participants could easily withdraw from the experiments, like if they felt uncomfortable, and to provide them with the necessary psychological support. And Zimbardo Guild. So Zimbardo, as a leader of the experiment, should have been more like concerned about the welfare of the participant. He should feel responsible for the preventing harm to the participant. The responsibility for ethical violation in research lies with the supervisor. Even experiments were conducted today. Such an experiment would be organized with strict ethical standards that protect participants from harm, and more advanced understanding of psychology and ethics would allow the study to be conducted in the way that avoids psychological harm while still producing scientifically magnific data, scientifically mindful data, and that's it.